Hey everybody, it's dinner time. I'm going to make my daughter's recipe for a chicken pot pie. She taught me this one a few years ago and it is super easy, super quick. And you can even use a frozen pie crust. You actually need two of them. You need a bottom one and then a pie crust to go on top. I have my easy crust here that I've already done. You can go look at another video and see that one. It is super easy too. But you can make this as hard for yourself as you want. You can make it simple. I'm doing the simple way tonight and using canned chicken breast. But you can also use frozen chicken breast and just boil it, shred it. You'd probably need two good sized chicken breasts if you're going to do that. I have 2 cans of these white chicken breast here. So what I've done already, I just shredded it up, put it in here. You are going to need a can of mixed vegetables, drained. Get as much of that liquid out of there as you can. Throw that in here. And then you need a can of cream of chicken soup. And then you need a can of cream of mushroom soup. This cream of mushroom is thick. It does not want to come out of this can. There we go. That was hard, wasn't it? So now I have those all out of there. I am just going to mix it up in here. You can also use frozen vegetables. You just, the steamable kinds, you stick them in the microwave. You can use the kind, the steamable ones, or if they are just frozen kind, you do need to cook them, boil them over the stove before you throw them in here. You want your vegetables already cooked. Because all we're going to be really doing is making that pie crust bake. So let me get y'all down here so you can see. All right, see all that? Just got it mixed up really good. And then here's my pie crust. Just gonna dump it in there. And these are raw pie crust. You do not want it to be cooked already. I've got my oven going at 375 already. So when I did this pie crust, I did not like bring it way up and do like a fluted edge on it. I just wanted it to be high enough because my top crust needs to seal with it. I'll show you that in a second. Just get it mushed down in there. Try to keep the filling off of that edge because we do need it to seal really good. Alrighty, I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, I rolled this other one out and it's gotten kind of dry. I tried to keep a wet paper towel on top of it to keep it from drying out too much. But if you have some on the other side and not enough on others, this is all you do. Let me get a knife real quick. I never can get my pie crust round. They always end up being all kinds of shapes. And it does not have to be pretty. This is just going to bake. So I just lay any extras. You can either cook them separate and eat them. That's always yummy. You can just lay it on top like that. It has gotten really dry. I have waited too long. But I'm just going to smush it with that other crust that's in there around the edges. I need a little bit more on this side. Look at it falling apart, y'all. I waited too long. That's okay, though. It's still going to taste good. Let's see. I got a little hole over here. Let's fix that real good. Okay, you do want to vent this a little bit. Otherwise, this crust is just going to bubble up and it'll be one humongous air bubble. So I always cut some little pieces in it like this to let that steam escape. That's hard to say. Also, another thing you want to do is be sure and cook this on a cookie sheet because it's going to make a mess. It makes it so much easier. Oh, that was loud. I'm sorry. It makes it so much easier on cleanup on the oven and your cookie sheet if you take it and cover it with some foil. This. Here we go. I'm going to sit it on here. And I'm going to bake this for a minimum of 30 minutes. It depends on your oven. I normally go about 40 minutes, but we'll see how long it takes today. But there it is. So I'm going to stick her in a 375 oven and I will be back. Alrighty, I took it out after about 40 minutes. And I put it on an elevated pie rack so that it gets cooler quicker, because if you just leave it down there on that pie plate, it's going to get kind of soggy and take forever to get cooled off. So I usually just put ours in a bowl. These things are making in a pie plate, but it doesn't really come out like a pie. That inner stuff is going to be a little bit runny. But let's see. It is probably still super duper hot. But we're going to try it and see. It sure does smell good. And I think I've told y'all before, I always cut 2 pieces. Looky there. Ha ha ha. Cut 2 pieces and it makes it easier to get that first piece out. Let me get a bowl. I may try some on a plate too. Let's see how this turns out. Let me get it back a little bit. Looky there. Didn't turn out too awful bad, huh? I know I usually am so hungry, I get it out before it is cooled off any. But I never can tell where the camera is. There you go. Super delicious and very easy. 1 bowl and that is it. Let me get you up here. Got my glasses on today. Let's take a bite. How about it? Got a big old spoon. I don't want a big old spoon. I got a fork. It's going to be hot. You know, I did not put any salt in this at all because there's so much salt in those soups. Mm-mm-mm. So delicious. And this one is even good the second day out of the fridge. I usually put it on a little dish and put it in the air fryer to warm it up. And it keeps that crust nice and crunchy. But we're going to go have some chicken pot pie. It's delicious. Y'all go make you some. Bye.